Hey, what's going on, guys? TV Tantrum here, back here with another YouTube video. Today I'm going to be giving you some tips and tricks for new players. So as you can see, I'm on the free-to-play account. I have been playing for a while now, but I'm still very low leveled. I'm not even max level, and I don't play on this account every day. But I want to show you kind of how the game looks when you're at this level, and then give you the advice that is going to be very useful to you. So right off the bat, one of the things that you need to understand about Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes is two things. First of all, this is a grindy game. Do not believe that you're going to rise to the top playing every day in a year, or 2 years, or 3 years. It's going to take a long time, alright? But the good news is this game is most likely here to stay. This is a very popular game, huge community built around it. This is a game that's going to be around for a very long time. They still have so much content to add in. The more Star Wars content that comes out, the more content that Galaxy of Heroes has. They have so many things they could do to the game to improve it, to bring players, and this is not a game that's going to die off soon, so don't worry about that. This is a grindy game. The second thing is, keep in mind that this is a grindy game, and no matter how much you do to the game, you will not speed up the process. This is just something that you're going to have to stick through. Play it every day, if you want to, or play it, every few days. Keep spending the energy, get better and better and better. This is a grindy game. I can't stress that enough. This is a very grindy game. The reason I'm making such a big deal about them is because as a new player, I'm seeing it on this account. CG bombards you with nothing but scams and scams and scams. Nothing but scams. It's absolutely horrible on how they do it. I would say the hyperdrive bundle is probably going to be one of the bundles that most people are drawn to. Now, if this was a video being created 2 years ago or a year ago, I would have said yes, this is the great purchase, best purchase you can ever do. And right now it's actually on sale. It's usually $100. It's the best thing ever. Like I was a huge advocate for the hyperdrive bundle. However, playing on the free-to-play account, watching other YouTubers, most notably the biggest YouTuber, Arnold T101, watching them do free-to-play accounts and then just skyrocket to levels that are insane, beating out people that are 5-6 mil GP in GA. Obviously, these people have spent thousands of dollars on the game, and yet this here he comes, Arnold with a free-to-play account, and he's stonewalling them. He's beating them out. That's what's really kind of shaking my faith in the hyperdrive bundle. I am playing myself, obviously not gonna buy it. I did buy the hyperdrive bundle for my main account. I do have a friend who did buy the hyperdrive bundle, and I do want to show you guys his inventory. He bought it at $50. He's been playing for getting close to a year, under a year. So as you can see in his inventory, he is doing pretty well. He has really good things set up. He's gone after Set the Eternal. He's doing a lot of really good things to the inventory. However, if you really want to get technical, there is some inflation in the inventory. There's inflation in a lot of inventories, but to be honest, the hyperdrive bundle does something that's really bad, and it inflates your inventory by a lot. The reason why you don't want inflation is because a lot of times with higher GP, the higher your GP is, the weirder the game will get. You don't want quantity, you want quality. I don't care if your team, how good your team is, I care who's on the team. You get what I mean? When you have so much inflation, it's easy to easily bump yourself up to bigger levels within GA because you are overwhelming your opponents with so many teams. But eventually that's not going to work. You're going to need to make sure you have the quality in your inventory rather than the quantity. Now, I'm not saying he doesn't have quality. He has really great quality. Empire team is solid. Darth Revan team is one of the best Darth Revan compositions in the game. Really strong Jedi Knight Revan team. He's got a lot, all right. But there is inflation. Even in my main account, there is heavy inflation. I am fixing it right now, though. I think I will be able to get rid of most of that probably by the end of the year. But this is a big deal because the hyperdrive bundle It's really all it does. Is it just inflates your inventory. There's so many characters in there that are really unnecessary. There are Night Sisters in there. The only exception is Asajj. But you don't need Odaka, Talzin, Spirit, Talia. You don't need those Night Sisters. Night Sisters are a very great team. However, they're not needed for anything. They're literally not needed for anything. The only one that's needed for anything is Asajj, and that's if you're going after gas. And if you're going after gas, you should have a lot more stuff built up in your inventory. You shouldn't go after gas, right from the start. This is a very grindy game. Do not fall for scams like this. I don't believe the hyperdrive bundle is worth it anymore. I think that it inflates your inventory a lot. I think it gives the illusion of giving you a lot. If you do want to buy it, if you are, no, I'm dead set on it, please just wait till it's $50, then purchase it. Do not buy this at $100. It's not worth it. It is seriously not worth it. And again, this also leads into the next topic, is money. Do not spend money on this game. I'm begging you. Don't do it. All right. It's already been proven you can get really good in about 2 years. All right. And if you think spending money is going to really impact that progress, you're wrong. It's not. It's really not. You're at the end of 2 years, if you're spending, let's say, around $100 to $200 a month on the game, that's a lot of money. And let's say in like 2 years, you compare your inventory to someone else, you're probably only going to be 600,000 to like a mil GP. But again, that's everything. All that counts is quality. And again, the reason why I mentioned the GP, again, Arnold has his free-to-play account, I think around 3 mil something, and he's beating out people at 6 mil. And he's a free-to-play account. These people have been playing for years, longer than his free-to-play account, spending thousands of dollars more, but they don't have the quality of his account. They don't go after the GLs. They don't go after the Jedi Knight Lukes, the Gas, the Maliks. They're going up against so many different things. And even when they have access to all these resources, even when they have GLs, even when they have the Gases and the Maliks and the Jedi Knight Lukes, they don't have the knowledge that's needed. This is something else that's really important. Pay attention to the game. This isn't just a clicking buttons game. This is a strategy game. It's a hero collector strategy turn-based game. This isn't just, oh, I'm gonna click this button or whatever. No, learn the game, learn the kits, learn the synergies, learn the teams, learn the counters, learn the metas. Learn, and learn not to spend money in the game. All right, don't do it. Now, the next advice, because I know you guys aren't gonna listen to me and not spending money, so I'm gonna show you how to spend money. First off, if you find yourself spending $20 here, $20 there, go big or go home. You need to stop it. I would recommend, if you want, you could buy the Hyperdrive bundle. I don't think it's worth it anymore. I don't think it's worth to spend money in this game at all. That's why I'm saying that. You should, but if you're going to, might as well just buy the Hyperdrive bundle. All right, you spend $20 here, you spend $20 the next month, boom, you spent $40, and I bet the most you could do is upgrade the character a few gear levels. Whereas if you spend the $50, you get those characters past so many gear levels, you get so many other characters, you fast forward all progression for light and dark side energy, cantina, mod, you progress through all of that like it's nothing. It's you can see them after the Hyperdrive bundle. However, stay away from data cards, stay away from all this stuff. Great for new players? No, it's not. Nope. Don't spend $10, don't spend $20, don't spend nothing on here. Do not do it. I'm going to tell you the only way you should be spending money in the game. You should be spending money on crystals. Spend money on crystals. When you have the crystals, use them to get gear and only refreshes on gear. I'm going to say that again for anyone not listening. Only spend the crystals on refreshes for gear. Do not spend them on character shards. I'm going to say that again. Do not spend them on character shards, okay? Do not spend them on character shards. It is the most useless way of spending your crystals. The reason for it is that you get 4 refreshes. Let's do a typical character, right? You get 4 refreshes at 50 crystals. However, when you spend 50 crystals, let's say I used all my energy and I was starting from 0. I spent 50 crystals to get energy to do 5 5 nodes, 5 battles. I go to a hard node to get shards. I now spend 50 crystals already. I spend all the energy into that node. I now need more energy. I spend another 50 crystals. I now spend 100 crystals. However, I can't farm that node again. I have to spend 25 crystals. Now we're at 125. I do it again. Now I want to, do it a third time. Spend crystals again. It's an extra 50. We're at 175 shards, and we've only done 2 refreshes so far. I do a third. I do our 2, farms. I do a third simming of 5 battles. I now need to spend another 25 shards. That is going to be 200 crystals you are already spending for what? So how many shards did you get? What, like 10? Really? No, it is not worth it. Do not spend crystals on energy. Don't do that. Spend crystals only and purely on energy refreshes. Again, the shards will come with time. All right, if you really want to be technical, I think the only way you should be really focusing on the shards is it was when they are in shipments. It's the best way to get shards, in my opinion. That's how I was able to get 7 stars on a lot of these characters right now. Just going to Squad Arena, Galactic War, the fleet shipments, doing everything that you can to get the shards from other avenues. Obviously, I understand that you do have to farm certain characters. Someone like Mando, there's nowhere to farm his shards. It's just battles. So it is okay to spend the 5 on here. Just do not refresh it. All right, that's all I'm saying. Don't spend the crystals on the refreshes for shards. Just spend the energy for them. Boom, you got 6. Great. Now you're done. Don't just wait for tomorrow. Do it tomorrow. Like I said, you're gonna have a lot of time because it's going to take longer anyways to get someone from gear 1 to gear 13. It's gonna always take longer than getting someone to 7 stars, always, and it's gonna be a lot more cost, or it's gonna be a lot more expensive to get someone to gear 13 with crystals. So yeah, that's just really important. The next advice, please focus on GA. Focus on GA whenever you have the ability to participate in GA. GA is such a valuable, rewarding game mode in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. It gives you daily crystals, and it's a lot. You can get anywhere from 70 to like 170. It is insane on how many crystals you can get every day. Just not even by like, playing or anything. You just log in and boom, you got 80 crystals, 90 crystals every day. Boom, and that's on top of the crystals you get from Galactic War, on top of crystals you get from objectives, on top of crystals you get from whether it's TWs or TB or anything that your guild does. That's on the top of crystals you get from certain events or anything like that. That's a huge bonus right there, and that only comes from GA. So that's why GA is such an important thing, because it helps you really fast forward your progression with how many crystals you're getting. It's such a great thing to invest to. So please focus on GA a lot whenever you can. It's super important. You need to be level 85. I don't have access to GA yet, but it's super valuable. I mean, it's honestly surprising on how many. There's a huge player base that just doesn't care about GA. And you don't have to try super hard in GA if you don't want to, but at least participate every now and again. Get the crystals. Make sure you're getting as many as you can. Super important. The next thing, because I'm not keeping track of this, guilds and territory wars, TBs, and raids. Very, very, very important. There are actually not only characters, but in turn there are GLs that are locked unless you are in a good guild. Reason being is one of the people that you need is General Kenobi. You can only get General Kenobi from the tank down. That's the only way you can get General Kenobi shards. Can't get them from anywhere else. You need General Kenobi if you want to get the Negotiator, if you want to get Gas, if you want to get Lord Vader, if you want to get Kenobi, GL Kenobi. It is super valuable to be in there. You can also get Traya from the Sith Triumphant. You can get Han Solo. You can get other people from TBs, not even just the raids, people from TBs. You can get Hoth Rebel Leia, Officer Leia Organa, something like that. You can get Wat Tambor. You can get Kiadi Mooney. Kiadi Mooney isn't really that important, to be honest, though. But he's still a good character. But Wat Tambor, super important. That's Darkside Geos, and you have to invest in Geonosians. That is something else that we're going to talk about here in a second. So yeah, so you need to be in a good guild. You can do a lot just by joining a random guild. I mean, there are tons and tons and tons of guilds that are just, free to join. You just, you start a brand new account. Second you get access to guilds, they'll most likely put you in a starter guild, or you think you have that option. But even if you decide not to do that, you can just, boom, just find a guild. If you don't want to do it through the game, I recommend going on Facebook, joining the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes like guild forum groups on Facebook. Make a post, send a screenshot of your inventory, say you're looking for a guild, and you will get offers. Everyone gets offers on there. It's actually really nice. That's how I've always found my guilds. Something usually happens to the guilds, and then when I need a new guild, I go over to Facebook, I post it there, boom, I find a guild. It's super nice. So yeah, I really do recommend that. The next thing, I was kind of mentioning it a little bit. There are many characters that are a little bit, I should say, hidden, and they require teams or characters that you should invest into, and you might not figure that out until later. One of the most important people is Wat Tambor. Wat Tambor is one of the best characters in the game for support. He is amazing. He improves every team that he's on. He does fantastic work. However, in order to get him, first of all, you need to be in a good guild. You need to be doing Darkside Geonosian Darkside territory battles, and you need to have a Geonosian team. They should all be at least around gear 12 to even do the special mission. And to do the special mission, there's so many YouTube videos that will show you how you can easily work your way through that. But you can work your way through those battles, and you can get a shard for how many people in your guild successfully completed that mission. So getting Wat Tambor is a huge priority. I would say you don't have to go after Geonosians just yet. I wouldn't even go after Geos until after you're level 85, and even then, there's so many avenues to wait on. But that is something that you can think about. Go after Geonosians to get the Wat Tambor shards. So some guilds actually require you to have Geonosians. Some guilds really like that you do. It's because everyone needs Wat Tambor. To be able to farm Wat shards is not only helpful to the entire guild, but it's a very attractive quality to have when there are higher level players looking for a guild that might not have Wat Tambor. There are a lot of players out there that have millions of GP. They just stop playing, they're coming back, but now they want to make sure they can get Wat Tambor, and they're not going to join a guild that isn't getting enough Wat shards. If only 11 people out of 40 people are able to do the Wat Tambor mission, this guy, this high GP player might not want to join that guild. Whereas if there's 30 to 40 people able to do the special mission, now you got something. Now he knows he can get up to 40 shards every time you do the TB. That's huge, So again, there are so many characters just like that, that are locked behind really good characters that you may not know about. The next thing, farming guides. This is going to be the last topic I touch on for new players. Super important. First and foremost, have fun with the game, okay? This is a game that's very grindy. It's always trying to scam you, so the least you can do is have fun. Remember, most of us are here because we like Star Wars. Most of us are here because we love Star Wars. We love to have fun with the Star Wars characters. So that's why we play. It's fun to watch Anakin go against Vader, or fights that you would never even imagine being able to see. It's super fun. Never forget that. Never forget how fun the game can actually be. However, there are definitely things you can do to improve the quality that you have in the game. Not everyone likes to lose all the time, so that's why there are farming guides. I really recommend looking at a few farming guides when you start. However, I will say this: do not let off of a farm under no reason. That is going to inflate your GP. It's going to waste your time, and you are just going to be just wasting everything. A good example of this is that it does take somewhere around a year. If you're starting from a brand new account, it can take somewhere around a year to get a GL. So if you are spending, let's say you spend 6 months farming this GL, and eventually halfway through you're like, you know what, I quit, this is taking too long, blah blah. Now you've just wasted 6 months in the game farming for a character that you no longer want. Or you could be farming for the GL, and while you're farming for the GL, you are farming other characters that you, oh, I like this character, oh, I know this character is good. That's a character that's now been taken away from the GL farm. You're letting off of the farm. Now it's not going to take a year, now it's going to take 14-15 months. You see what I'm saying? You don't let off of a farm just because another thing looks pretty, another thing is shinier, because you think this will help you. If you're following a farm, follow the farm. Don't let off of the farm, because then you're going to think that it's impossible. That's why there's a lot of people out there, 5-6 mil GP, sometimes a little bit less, sometimes a lot more, that don't have any GLs because it's taking too long. You know, there's so many things that can happen that go bad whenever you let off of a farm, no matter what the farm is. That's why my main account does have a lot of inflation, because I did that. That's how I know that you shouldn't do that. I did that for GLs, I did that for gas, I did that for, you know, so many characters. And now when I'm going back to do these farms, I have a head start, and it's really disappointing to see that, you know, oh my god, I can't believe I wasted my time into this character when I could have been going after a GL or one of the high hitting characters like a Malik, Jedi Luke, something like that, you know. So that is something to keep in mind. Please don't forget that, you know, don't let it off of a farm. But yeah, that's all my advice I have to give to new players. Seriously, I'm begging you, just have fun with the game. This is a game where you should be always having fun, no matter what's going on. All right, enjoy it. You know, it's a lot of fun. A big reason why I play is, you know, I got one of my best friends plays the game. We have a ton of fun comparing our inventory, comparing our opponents in GA, doing our territory wars together, you know, going out talking about the characters in the game. I have a lot of fun watching YouTubers, you know, just enjoying a community that just loves Star Wars and loves this game. It is seriously so much fun. So I'm begging you, just have fun with it. Don't let it stress you out. Don't fall into the scams, you know, death by 1,000 paper cuts. So don't do it, you know. Just have fun, just enjoy yourself, go after who you think is cool and fun, don't let off of it. And you know, like I said, at the end of the day, this game does take a long time, takes a lot of time out of your day, to be honest, to make sure you're logging in, get all your rewards and everything. But it is super rewarding at the end of the day, to just hang out with friends and other people that you watch online, and just to be able to, you know, have something really nice to come down to that's Star Wars related, considering that in the Star Wars atmosphere right now, there isn't really that many Star Wars related games that are very enjoyable. So yeah. Well, that's all I have for today, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Whoa. Fucking model hoes, wearing $1,000 clothes, sleeping in my bed with bitches that I barely know. I got these problems on my own, habits set in stone, said I'll see you.